Station, stop.
You're crazy with the heat. Credit is no good for a notion salesman.
Aboard! All aboard!
Why not? What's the matter with credit?
It's old-fashioned. Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Does your firm give credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else.
River City next.
Cash for the merchandise.
Cash for the button hooks. Cash for the cotton goods.
Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft goods.
Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the firkins.
Cash for the hog's head, cask and demijohn.
Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly paper.
Look, what do you talk? 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 Where do you get it? What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bicker, you can talk. You can bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk, you can talk. You can talk, 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 talk. Bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you want to, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. But you gotta know the territory.
What's the Model T Ford made the trouble made the people want to go, want to get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Who's going to patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
At the Model T at all. Take a gander at the store, at the modern store, at the present day store, at the present day modern departmentalized grocery store.
Look, what do you talk? 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 Where do you get it? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, 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 talk. Bicker, bicker, bicker. You can talk all you want to, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. But you gotta know the territory.
You need a biscuit made the trouble. You need it. Put the crackers in a package, You need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package with the Cracker Barrel. Obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with the mail pouch, cut plug, on by the stove. Changed the approach of the traveling salesman, made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't. But you gotta know the territory.
Gone with the hog's head, cask and demijohn.
Gone with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel, milk pan.
Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever meet a fella by the name of Hill?
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 Hill.
No! Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman, Hill. Now he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's a fellow's line?
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or the Cracker Barrel being obsolete. Or the you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package. Or the Model T Ford.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or a doggone thing. He's just a bang beat, bell ringing, big haul, great go, necker nothing, rip roaring every time a bullseye salesman. That's Professor Harold Hill.
Tell us, what's his line?
He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory.
What do you talk? He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a what? He's a music man. Now he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums and the big brass bass. And the piccolo. Uniforms too, with a shiny gold braid on the coat and a big gold stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living sell big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there too, sir.
No, the fellow sells bands. Boys' bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king. And he dallies and he gathers and he plucks and he shines. And when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory. River City, we have just crossed the state line into Iowa River City. Population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state. Board. All right. If you all are through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill. You really know Harold Hill? Never saw him in my life. But I know this much. He's giving every one of us a black eye. After he's worked the town over, the next salesman to arrive gets automatically tarred and feathered and rode out to the city limits on a rail. You think that's funny? Well, wait till it happens to you.
But why should he get rode out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach the kids to play.
Well?
And to form them kids into a band with himself as the leader.
What's wrong with that?
He don't know one note from another, that's what's wrong with that. And he can't tell a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'll catch up with that swimming to a thimbleriger, and when I do, I'll squeal on him so loud I
You sure sound mad, Charlie. I'd like to be around you to catch up with that fella.
Well, won't be on this trip. Not Iowa. Even the great Professor Hillman tried to sell them neck-bowed Hawkeyes out here.
All aboard! Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
Don't believe I dropped it.
Chip on the shoulder attitude we've never been without that we recall. We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so by God's stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye. But what the heck, you're welcome, join us at the picnic. You can have your fill of all the food you bring yourself. You really ought to give Iowa a try, provided you are contrary.
Good morning, Mayor Shinn.
Good morning, Mayor Shinn.
Good morning, Mayor Shinn.
It is. If you want to go around in your drawers all day.
And there I was, in the Madison Hospital, and nobody come to see me. Cousin Will never come, Aunt Bertha never come. Your Aunt Bertha's dead. She wouldn't have come anyway.
We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so by God stubborn we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never see eye to eye. But we'll give you our shirts and a bag to go with it. If your crowd should happen to
What the heck? You're welcome. Glad to have you with us, even though we may not ever mention it again.
you really ought to give Iowa, Hawkeye, Iowa. Dubuque, Des Moines, Davenport, Marshalltown, Mason City, Keokuk, Ames, Clear Lake. All to give Iowa a try.
Mr. Squires. Yes. I'm interested in hiring a rig for Sunday, if you could accommodate me.
Then you'll see the man in charge of hiring rigs. Who's late as usual?
Greg! Gregory!
Marcellus.
Why, you old son of a...
Shh.
But Greg!
Professor Hill's the name. Harold Hill.
But Greg! What are you doing here? Why didn't you let me know you was coming?
Well, I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how'd I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big slicker when you were in business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you work. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl. Ethel Toppelmeyer, boss's niece.
Oh, I'm legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
What's the new pitch? You're not back in the band business. I heard you was in steam automobiles.
Well, I was.
What happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Now give me the lowdown here, Marsh.
You'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we got a stuck-up music teacher here who'll expose you before you get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher, she's the librarian. Female.
Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Now, if she passes by, just point her out to me.
I will. How you gonna start the pitch?
Same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance. Then my next step will be to get your town out of the serious trouble that it's in.
River City isn't in any trouble.
Then I'll have to create something. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band, you remember. Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Except the billiard parlor's just put in a new pool table.
They never had a pool table here before.
No, only billiards.
That'll do. See you later, Marsh, and don't forget, music teacher.
Music teacher.
Ah, you're Mr. Dunlop?
Yup.
Friend, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say. I'm always mighty proud to say. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad lead to yourself from a three-railed billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a balk-line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth the first big step on the road to the depths of degradation. Say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And listening to some big out-of-town Jasper hear him talk about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch, make your blood boil, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pots in the table, pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B. That rhymes with P and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say, your young men will be frittering. Frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time, too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind getting dandelions pulled or the screen door patched or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with the cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the Knickerbocker shirt tails, young ones, peeking in the pool hall window after school, and that's trouble, folks. Right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They'll be trying out Bevo, trying out Q-Bebs, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette beans, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up the telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall heading for the dance at the Armory. Libertine men, scarlet women, and ragtime, shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter with the arms of the jungle, animal instincts. Mass hysteria, friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
But right here in River City.
Right here.
Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
Our children gotta have trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index fingers? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell.
Trouble.
Well, and so's your old man.
Trouble.
Well, so, my friend, you got trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
With a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule.
Our children gotta have trouble.
Oh, you got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls of the Devil's Tool.
Devil's Tool.
Oh, yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble.
Oh, yes, we got trouble here. We got big, big trouble.
With a T.
Capital T.
Got a rhyme with P.
That rhymes with P.
That stands for pool.
That stands for right here, River City, right here. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
Did you drop your...
No.
Didn't I meet you in...
No.
I'll only be in town a short time.
Good. That you, daughter? Yes, Mama. Hang on, Marcellus. I'll be there in a minute. Hello, Mama. Fine, dear. Now you're exercising.
Yes, Mom.
I don't remember the library being open last 4th of July. It was, Mama. All evening.
Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all over town.
Oh? Who?
I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Mama, of course not. Now don't dawdle, Amaryllis. So do, la, re, ti, mi, a little slower, and please keep the fingers curved as nice and high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind me saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to have found out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's culture level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But, darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can quote Balzac and Shakespeare and all them other highfalutin Greeks.
Mama, if you don't mind my saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed the subject. I was talking about that stranger.
What stranger?
With the suitcase who may be your very last chance.
Mama, do you think that I'd allow a common masher? Now really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind me saying so, there's not a man alive who could hope to measure up to that blend of Paul Bunyan, St. Pat, and Noah Webster you've concocted for yourself, and your Irish imagination, your Irish stubbornness, and your library full of books.
Well, if that isn't the best I ever heard. Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I
have a drink, please?
Yes, dear. Winthrop, it's after dark. Is that a way to walk into the house?
Hello.
That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from you, boy. The lady over there is your sister, young man.
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where's your manners?
Are you coming to the school picnic on Saturday? Winthrop?
Well, Winthrop, are you going or aren't you?
No.
No, what?
No. Thank you.
You know her name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp. He's ashamed.
We know all about his lisp, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop?
I'll bet he won't say it.
No. Amaryllis.
Amaryllis! Amaryllis! He's crying. Why does he because he lisps, Amaryllis. That's just part of it. What's the other part? Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much. Not even to you and your mother? No, Amaryllis. We all have to be a little patient. Miss Marian, can I play my cross-hand piece? May I play my cross-hand piece? You may. Miss Marian, my mother says that you're an old maid. Does that mean you'll never have anyone special to say goodnight to on the Evening Star? No, Amaryllis. For the time being, I just say goodnight my someone. You can put the name in when the right someone comes along. I guess that's better than nothing. Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshand piece. Now I may play my crosshand piece. Night, my love, sleep tight, my someone, sleep tight, my love. Our star is shining, its brightest light. For good night, my love, for good night. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be, sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone, good night. True love can be whispered from heart to heart. When lovers are parted, they say, but I must depend on a wish and a star as long as my heart doesn't know who you are. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be, sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone, good night. Good night. Good night.
Ukulele McKechnie Shinn for leading the singing. And to Ethel Toffelmeyer, our fine piano player. Piano. As mayor of River City, I welcome you, River City Zians, to the 4th of July exercises. Set up for the indoors here in Madison Gymnasium, account the weather being so chancy.
Sorry.
Fourscore. The members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanyi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle, My Wife, in which my wife, Ukulele McKechnie Shinn, will take a leading part. Mrs. Shinn will recover. No thanks to a certain young ruffian who's a disgrace to our city. Fourscore and 7 years ago, the Payne's fireworks spectacle, last days of Pompey Eye, will take place, provided any rain stops by 9:30. It'll be out to Madison Picnic Park in the far meadow, across the creek from the pest house.
How can it be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure did, Ewart. That's why we prepared for a storm.
Well, my paper's accurate most of the time, and you know it, JC.
You wouldn't last very long in the banking business being accurate most of the time.
Let's have order here! Order! Order!
Looks like number 8's late again.
No, I make her early.
She's late, all right.
She's right on time. What's the matter with your watch?
No, what's the matter with
Will you guys stop? Hey, will you members of the school board stop bickering in public?
All in the world that I said was...
Never mind. Fourscore.
I heard there's a pool table in town.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Now, just a
Is it
minute.
a pool table or isn't it?
Oh, will you allow me to get on with the exercise?
We don't want any more exercises, so we get this pool table matter settled.
Let's protect our children.
Protect our children.
Resist sin and corruption.
Resist sin and corruption.
Smite that devil and keep our young boys pure.
Your boys.
Friends, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this troubled friends with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize a River City Boys band. Brrr. Oh, think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billiard parlor walls come a-tumbling down. Oh, band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I say a boys' band. Do you hear me? I say River City's got to have a boys' band, and I mean she needs it today. When Professor Harold Hill's on hand, River City's going to have her boys' band. Sure as the Lord made little green apples, that band's going to be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Frank, and you'll see the shimmer of crashing cymbals, and you'll hear the thunder of rolling drums, the shimmer of trumpets, ta-ta-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed when Gilman, Liberace, Pat Conway, the great creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottom timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having its big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the sky.
Still rides again.
acorns. It really does.
Bet you Esterville ain't got nothing like it.
Not even Des Moines.
I'd stake my River City band against any town west of Chicago.
What band? Honestly, a bunch of grown men. Along comes this fly-by-night salesman, and you're taken in.
Miss Marian? Oh, she's right. Man, this calls for emergency action. That man is a spellbinder. I haven't seen Iowa people get so excited since that night that Frank Gotch and Strangler Lewis lay on a mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. Oh, that was exciting. Never mind. I won his credentials. Well, grab that hoodlum, young boy, Mrs. Shinn.
Thank you, Professor. Gotta keep an eye on this one. The ringleader, you know. But he does the gang dive.
Chili Clyde, let me go. You wild kid, ya. Hanging around my oldest girls. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid, ya. Playing down Main Street after my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't either tagging.
Don't you contradict me.
We's just walking together, Chili Clyde.
You watch your phraseology. I know what yous are doing. My little Gracie Senior. Now you stay away from my oldest girl, or you'll hear from me till who laid the rails. Hill, I'll talk to you Monday morning about this band thing, over at City Hall. 10 o'clock sharp. Men, I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Hey, Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough. He's got a gang waiting outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Aw, gee, Professor, that's for the little kids.
I'm not talking about you playing in the band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you? You ever do anything with perpetual motion?
I nearly had it. A couple times.
You did. You're my man. Now, do you realize that nobody has ever invented a music holder for a marching piccolo player? There's no place to hang the music.
Chili Clyde. I wonder where I could get some wire from.
Look in your cellar. That's where people keep wire. Oh, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Oh, young lady. Oh, miss. What's your name?
Anita, I didn't have any idea you was banging into me. God.
Do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Anita. Escort the young lady home.
Only except that I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. God.
Yes. Well, then escort the young lady home by way of the library. By way of the Candy Kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir.
God.
Professor, you're a pretty bright young fellow. You made a couple of mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor happens to own the billiard parlor and the new pool table.
Oh. Well, what was my other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's oldest girl.
Just a minute. Professor Hill, we'd like to have your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificates.
Nothing of the kind. We need letters and papers.
Make them put up a bond!
What am I hearing? You, sir. Say, ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't sing, young man.
All right, talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
See? Singing is just sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you right here. Now you, sir. Ice cream. Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of those men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream!
How can there be any sin insincere?
confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify. Mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No.
Well, I have some wonderful caramels over at the hotel if you'd like.
Mr. Hill.
Please, Professor Hill.
Professor? Of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of Lot 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill. I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town. And I think it only fair to tell you that I am not impressed with your credentials, which I have not seen, nor your manners, which I have.
Hey, Gregory!
Oh, hi, Marcellus. And don't call me Greg.
How'd you make out with the music teacher?
Scrumptious. Ate out of my hand the minute I tipped my hat.
She did. Boy, you kind of swapped right. For a minute, even I thought you were something about leading a band. Just like when you used to take that band concert fellow back in Joplin.
Yeah. Yeah, da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Ah, kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days, son. Just you keep your eyes on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? It only used to take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
Well, it still does. But it takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Oh, no. Greg, you haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Instruction books? But you can't pass yourself off as a music professor. I mean, not for any 4 weeks.
Mars.
But you don't know one note from another.
I have a revolutionary new method called the think system, where you don't have to bother with notes.
But in 4 weeks, the people want to hear the music. They'll have to lead a band.
But when the uniforms arrive, they forget everything else. At least long enough for me to collect and leave. Oh, this is a refined operation, son. And I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. And now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Gonna line yourself up a little canoodling, huh?
Well,
Say, I could fix you up with Ethel's sister. Lovely girl. Teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of girl spins webs no spider ever. Listen, boy. A girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine guys. No, sir. For no Diana do I play fun. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss. How can ignorance be compared to bliss? I spark, I fizz. For the lady who knows what time it is, I cheer, I rave. For the virtue I'm too late to save. The sadder but wiser girl for me. No bright-eyed, blushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No, do young miss who keeps resisting. All the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, why she's a fisherman on the fish you'll see. Ah, I flinch, I shy. When the lass with the delicate air walks by, I smile, I grin. When the gal with a touch of sin walks in, I hope and I pray for Hester to win just one more ray. The sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me.
About the bear. I'm Ethel Toppelmeyer, the pianola girl. And this is Mrs. Squires. And Mrs. Hicks. And of course, you've met Eulalie McKechnie Shinn, our mayor's wife. Isn't it exciting, Eulalie?
Oh, I couldn't say. I could not say. Oh, no. I could not say at this time. My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes, I'm reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shinn. I understand. But you see, part of my music plans include a committee on the dance, and... No, wait. Do that again, Mrs. Shinn.
Do what? What did I do?
Your foot. The way you raised it just now.
Oh. Well, I have a bunion there.
Oh, what grace. What natural flow of rhythm. What expression of line and movement.
Mr. Hill.
You must accept the chairmanship of the Ladies' Auxiliary for the classic dance. Mustn't she, ladies? Every move you make, Mrs. Shinn, bespeaks Del Sardes. Will you say yes, Mrs. Shinn?
Eulalie McKechnie Shinn. Well, I mean, that is dancing. Well.
And you accept.
Yes, indeed. And I would like to say.
Thank you. Now, about the young lady who plays the piano, Marian, I believe. Well, after all, she is the librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, cheep, cheep. Talk a lot, pick a little more. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk. Cheep, 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 cheep.
Professor, her kind of woman doesn't belong on any committee. Of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but she advocates dirty books.
Dirty books?
Chaucer, traveling, all that. And the worst thing, of course I shouldn't tell you this, but I'll tell.
Man lives on my street, let me tell. I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town. Till she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison? You mean Madison Gymnasium, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital, that Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who'd he think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say, a show-off. Gave the town the library, too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city. But he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That woman made brazen overtures with a gilt-edged guarantee. She had a golden glint in her eye and a silver voice and a counterfeit ring. Just melt her down and you'll reveal a love of
should be.
That's River City, the library building. Bunny left all the books to her.
By the way, all that.
Just a minute, Professor Hill. We need your credentials right away.
Yes, I have just what you want. Over at my hotel. Come with me. Wait a minute. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. Farewell, ladies. We're going to leave you It's all right. I know everything and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanations, please. I'd only be in town a short while and the sadder but wiser girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
Oh, well, I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian!
Quiet! Please.
The librarian. You're not listening, Marian. Look. Marian. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Peewees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop it.
No!
Shh. Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hose brigademen had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled and I busted my whatchamacallits, I could lie on your floor unnoticed, for my body had turned to Marian. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight, and a fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of his song. With the moonlight helping along. Overdue, but when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long lost cause. I could never win, for the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian such as Marian. Madam Librarian. dear. I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, long lost cause I could never win. For the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian such as Marian. The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights. Madam Librarian. Marshmallow? morning. 11 sails out of 12 tries. I'll tell you what, it's almost noon. Why don't you go home and get some dinner? I'll try a couple by myself.
Goodbye, Professor.
Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute here. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a license.
Oh, I know, Mayor Shinn. I collect doorbells. River City has, why, there's one down the street. Has an unusual tone quality that...
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down at City Hall with your references?
I just missed you. Mr. Mayor, your hand... Oh, no.
What?
That spread of the little finger. It's hereditary.
Oh, it is? What does that mean?
It means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good! It means America has at last produced an artist who can flugle the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
Well, how could I get one of those horns?
Sign here, Mr. Mayor. That'll be $17 import fee.
Yes, sir. And just think, I could have missed this whole... Wait a minute. I haven't got any son. I never had a son. You unscrupulous flew-by-night. You unflipulous. You'll be down at City Hall with your by-God papers at 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Mrs. Peru, do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
If your son has that same firm chin, those splendid cheek muscles, by George! Not that he could ever be really great, you understand. But...
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all of the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Klein.
But, Professor, we are Irish.
No. No, really. Well, that clinches it. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Sign here, madam. Fine. That'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until first installment payable at opening of band practice. Ah, thank you. And now, of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform?
Hello, son. Oh, of course his uniform. And there won't be a penny due to deliver, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, and to imagine, at no cost whatever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitements of today.
Would it have
a stripe? Certain, my boy. A wide gold stripe on either side. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day even to us. But if you can get him to play in that band, you'll have St. Michael's own way with you. If anybody can do it, I'll bet you can. Why, out of a crowd, I'll pick you for hard-carrying, clay-pipe-smoking, shamrock-wearing, harp-playing, Mavornian pitching, Towers Hall minstrel singing Irishman. Be God me jabbers. Where you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Why, yes. Gold medal class of '05. How to do, Miss Peru?
How to do, Mr. Hill?
Of course, Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. I tried to see you since the other night.
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marian, the boy might have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, you know.
Oh, your husband musical. Well, I'd like to have a talk with him. I'm sure we can work this out.
Do you burst on everyone's home like this? Prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marian!
But now that's 1 for and 1 against. Why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. But that's all the more reason why your brother should have something like this.
My brother is a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain it to him? He's been brooding over it for 2 years. As to your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks, Miss Peru, I hardly think... I get the feeling she likes the idea. Oh, a little cautious, perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive, and I'll be back later in the week.
One moment, Professor Howell. About the boy's measurements. Well, I make all his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crouch 14.
Fine, that's all I need. Now, I must get back to the hotel.
Professor, I do hope you'll excuse Marian. She's not really...
Please, don't worry about a thing. I'm sure that at heart, she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Widow Peru.
Has he gone?
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, Indiana, conservation class of Art 5. Now, darling.
Now, Mama. Surely a girl's future doesn't depend on encouraging every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing traveling man who comes into town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop! Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal from 1890 to 1910. It's a large blue volume with gold writing.
Do I have to?
You won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear. Yeah.
Now, what are you up to? What do you need books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does?
Or Ed Gammage. And that buggy of his with the removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in shining white armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, what my heart would say, if it only knew how. Please, dear, be nice, show me now. All I want is a plain man, all I want is a modest man, a quiet man, a gentleman, a straightforward and honest man to sit with me in a cottage somewhere in the state of Iowa, and I would like him to be more interested in me than he is in himself, and more interested in us than in me. And if occasionally he'd ponder what makes Shakespeare and Beethoven great, him I could love till I die. Him I could love till I die, my white knight. Not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, let me walk with him where the others ride by. Walk and love him till I die, till I die.
Zanita! Hey, Zanita!
Tommy, Pub and Motor City right there in the bay. Ye gods!
All right. Then meet me after supper.
I can't. It's Epworth League night. Meet you where?
The Footbridge.
You see, isn't that just what I said? First the lumberyard, and now the Footbridge. And where will you meet me next? In the Black Hole of Calcutta? Ye gods!
I only want to show you my invention.
What invention?
My music holder for a marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws, though. See, when you keep it tight enough to hold the music steady, you cut off your circulation and you can't wiggle your fingers. Meanwhile, you could go blind.
Tommy, it's Papa.
Is that the first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll eat hay with the horse. Get that spellbinder's credentials, I said. Morning of July 4th, 1912. And now look. Now my wife is off dancing any and all hours instead of in the home.
But George!
Well, the school board is singing up street and down alley instead of tending to city matters. My oldest girl is boodling around with some wild kid. And my business has fallen off so far I can't find the balance sheet.
Mayor Shinn!
What?
I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater,
His who?
his university.
Oh, I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can ever get out of. Gary Conservatory, class of R5.
If you'll just take time to read a little bit about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have to look further. It's on page... Papa, the Wells Fargo wagon is just coming up from the depot.
A very likely story. At this hour of the day, nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon?
It could be the band instrument.
Oh, the band instrument?
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be.
I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday.
In March I got a gray wagon.
And once I got some grapefruit from Tampa.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. A pre-made surprise or COD.
It could be curtains, or dishes, or a double boiler. Or it could be...
Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be.
Something special.
Something very, very special now.
Just for me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for.
I got some salmon from Seattle last September.
And we expect a new rocking chair.
I hope I get my raisins from Fresno. The DAR has since a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming now. I don't know how I
can ever wait to see. It could be something for someone who is no relation, but it could be something special just for me.
Oh, you will.
Here you are, Winthrop.
My cornet. Gee, thanks, Professor.
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da, la-di-da.
Sister, isn't this the most scrumptious solid silver thing you ever saw? I never saw anything so scrumptious as a scrumptious solid silver thing. Oh, sister.
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I better hear some by God tooting out of them horns in pretty short order, or I'll see you in front of the grand jury over at the county seat. Now, Miss Marian, about that book.
Come, George. Tempest music.
You watch your phraseology. Get along if you have to. I need to get something from the librarian. About that book.
The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights over at the high school.